welcome to the Paired Up Story Hour. Today's guest is coming from Boston. How you doing, Robbie?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. What's going on up there with you?
Nothing. Our golf courses are closed, and it's been raining since like February. So I'm trying not to go stir crazy, and I don't know, just hanging out. We get a dog in a couple days, so that's going to be exciting. But other
Oh,
than
I saw that. Yeah, yeah. What's the dog's name?
that, dog be named Leo.
Sweet.
Yeah, golden retriever puppy. So we're pumped.
Cool. All right. So you have a paired up story for us, random pairing.
I do, yeah. So this might be long, so feel free to tell me to hurry it up or whatever. But my
Go for it.
story is of a round I played at Myopia Hunt Club, which is, as many avid golfers will know, it was host of 4 early U.S. Opens, one of the most historic, incredible courses in Massachusetts, if not the country. And this was about as worse of a pairing as you could get for a round like this. It was. I still think about it. I'm just like, how did this? Anyway, so it was a corporate event. I don't just like know people at Myopia, but I work in travel, like I was telling you. And every year, the Turkish Airlines does this like long amateur series where they play all these different events at different courses around the world. The one in Boston was at Myopia, and we got invited, just like one person at our company. My president of my company knows I play golf. He was like, "Do you want to do this?" I basically like fell on my knees. I was like, "Please God, like let me play Myopia."
Mm-hmm.
So I got out there. And like I played public golf. Like I've never belonged to a club. I never knew anyone growing up who belonged to a club. Like this is very outside of my comfort zone. My uncle belonged to Myopia actually, like long before I cared about golf. Like when he was younger, when I was younger, and he was a club champ there 3 times. Like he was legit. But I never played with him because it was like years and years before his membership got I don't know if it was terminated or if he lost it. There was a whole other story there.
Right.
But myopia is just like this thing in our family where I was like, oh my God, I get to play. So I get there. It's in the middle of August. Like it's perfect. It's supposed to be perfect golf weather. I'm like, oh my God, the course is firm and fast. Like everything will be awesome. I wake up, it's 58 degrees and raining. I'm like, this is good. Good start. Whatever. It'll be good. We're still playing like this incredible course. Get there, meet the guy who I'm paired with. It's a shotgun start. It's like four carts per, like two groups per hole. It's just like crazy crowded. And it's all people in the travel industry. So I meet my guy. I just see his name on the cart, whatever. I'm at the cart. He comes striding out of the clubhouse, like steaming hot. And I was like, Jesus Christ, who's this dude? He comes firing out of the clubhouse. First thing he says, he barely even says hi to me. Do you have a rangefinder? Hey, I'm Robbie. Nice to meet you. No, I don't have a rangefinder. He's like, God, he's so upset. This dude's probably, sorry to set the scene, probably 60, tall, like runnery type dude. Looked like JFK's brother or something. Just
Okay.
kind of, yeah, just sort of captain of the universe type person.
Mm-hmm.
Very upset that I didn't have a rangefinder because, quote, you cannot play this course without a rangefinder. I didn't tell him that the course was built in 1894, so the people have probably played it a few times without a rangefinder.
Right.
I literally have like a story from every hole of this guy, but basically like he's an asshole the whole day. Was not ruined, but it was very much like I was on edge the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Our other 2 partners were great, nice guys, whatever. So the first hole, the shotgun actually, we started on the first, which was lovely. So
Mm-hmm.
I hit like a pretty good drive. It's a wicked short par 4, so I'm up by the green. I have a weird hole where I'm like in the greenside bunker, crush it over. I have to chip back down, and then I tap back in for 4. So I was like, sick, I made a par. As I'm tapping in, this asshole partner guy just starts berating me because apparently I was in another one of the guy's lines. Like, because I'm shaking, like I've never played here. It's an extremely, like
Right. Yeah.
overwhelming experience for like young Robbie. And here I am just like trying to get away with a par on the first. And the guy's like, you're in the guy's line. What are you doing here? Oh my God. All right, take a step back. So that happens. And then the part that really like the meat of this story is that 12 minutes after we teed off on the first hole, both of us almost died at my hand.
Okay.
So
You have my full attention.
Yeah. The second hole, so you tee off on 1, you go up from the clubhouse. The second hole is on this plateau. You tee off, it's a par 5. It goes down the hill, and it's like a sunken fairway. And you're pretty much like 40 feet down from the tee to the fairway in like a 30 or 40 foot. Like it's a super sharp grade to get down to the fairway. So we tee off. It's been raining, still raining. And also this is like a big time walking course. Like no one uses carts except for, when they do these outings. So the cart paths are shit. I mean, they're worse than a lot of munis I've seen. And this is, one of the better courses I've ever played at. So we're driving down. Obviously he makes me drive because, God forbid this dude drive a cart. So I'm driving. I'm trying to like maintain some like, decorum and talk about golf and also like navigate down this cart path. We're driving down, the cart path's all wet. There's like this giant chewed out like pothole to the right of the cart path. So I try and like slowly go around that as I'm like feathering the brake, which that's never the right play. So obviously the back wheels slew out this way as we're going straight downhill. And then it goes back this way. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And so now we're out of control. We're fishtailing. I have to bank it off into like the fescue on the right, like of the drop down from the tee box. This guy runs he's like a runner. He runs a marathon company or whatever. So like both of us literally bail out. The cart takes off and we just bail out to either side. It looks like a video on like Twitter that you would see. It was unbelievable. Like, oh my God. It was crazy. I'm just like rolling through the fescue. This dude, I'm like, I just killed my partner. The cart probably is in flames halfway down the second fairway. Oh God. So fortunately, everyone escaped unscathed, but
what did he say?
He literally like we had to save our own lives. So we did that. We got back in the cart and he was fuming mad. He's like, do you even know how to drive one of these things? It's like, yeah, like I do. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he pretty much the only thing. So I mean, he still made me drive for the rest of the round, which was.
Yeah, I was about to ask if he switched pegs.
No, he was like, you know how to drive this thing? I'm like, yes, sir. It's like, okay, all right, but no more of that. I'm like, yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. So then the rest of the round, literally, I didn't talk to him at all, except he was so upset that the other people in our group were like terrible golfers that he just berate them to me because he like couldn't keep it inside. But other than that, yeah, it was that was pretty insane.
Was he a good player?
So that was a funny thing. He came up, like one of the first things he said, he was like, oh, I played here a couple weeks ago in a New England Series event. I shot 83, but that was with a rangefinder. I was like, okay, great. He told me he was a 5 handicap. So my whole goal after he told me all this crap and then like berated me the whole round, I was like, I must beat this guy. And I shot 85 and he shot 86.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. That's right after the round you say, hey man, what'd you shoot? I wasn't keeping track.
Oh, I'm keeping track.
Yeah.
It was on the steering wheel and I was just like, yeah.
Oh man. So did you guys keep in touch afterwards?
We do not. We don't.
Oh man, that's shocking. Yeah, crazy.
It's funny, yeah. We had actually, so he runs a company in Boston for sort of runners and travel stuff. And one of my friends at work, I told them this story and they were like, I applied to work at that company and I met with that guy and she's like, yeah, I didn't really like him. I was like, well, you're in good company.
Your friend must not have had a rangefinder.
That's true. Yeah, he must ask every person that walks into his office, do you have a rangefinder?
You can't work here unless you have a rangefinder.
How far is that potted plant?
Yeah. All right, man, let's do rapid fire questions. You ready?
All right, yeah.
All right, first question, I think I know the answer. Would you play with him again?
No.
All right, that's what I thought.
No.
All right, second one. What do you wish you could do over? You could do it again.
You can't feather the brake when you're going downhill. You got to just ride it out. So that would have really made things different if I hadn't put both of our lives in mortal peril right away.
Yeah, probably changed the dynamic of the afternoon for sure.
Yep.
All right. How did this pairing impact your view of the golf course?
The pairing didn't really impact it, but just the weather was like, I fortunately got to go back the next year and it was like brilliant sunshine. It was absolutely incredible. And I shot 94 because I completely ejected because I was like, oh, I played here. I'm going to get this course this time. And I just got crushed. But yeah, he couldn't bring it down. The first time playing myopia, it was really special.
Yeah, the golf course outweighed his personality, I guess.
Yeah.
And then last one is, did you exchange info after the round?
I can say that we did not. We sort of exchanged like a light, all right, take it easy, and then we were both out of there.
Nice. That's always a funny part towards the end of the round too, where you think one of you might want to play again together.
Yeah.
If not both. Sometimes it can be after kind of a bad time, and the person's like, "Well, here's my cell. If you want to keep playing."
Right. No, it's funny. So the next year, not to go longer, but the next year I got sort of a paired up redemption because the 3 guys I got paired with, one was like a regular dude like myself, and the other 2 were kind of like relatively well-known golf writers. That one of them was like the club historian for the course, and the other was his friend. So we had an unbelievable day there, but it wasn't as much of a fun story as me almost killing this 70-something.
Did you have a rangefinder second trip?
No.
Wow.
I know. I almost went up to him and I was like, listen, still don't have one. I never played with a rangefinder until like, I don't know, like a couple weeks ago. Honestly, I just got my first one.
Man, just a field player.
Yeah, exactly. Not a very good one, but yeah.
Man, that's awesome. Have you been back to Myopia for that corporate outing, or is that the only trip?
Yeah, so the second one where I got paired with the 2
that was the outing too?
Was the same outing, yeah, exactly a year later.
Oh,
so
man.
That was great. And hoping to go back this year. I will have a rangefinder, so maybe I'll just find this dude and like shake it in his face or something. I don't know.
Oh man, that's great. Well, I appreciate you telling that story.
Totally, of course. Thank you for giving me the platform.
Yeah, man. Great stuff.
Yeah.